Hi guys, welcome. Evelyn Curry here with Jen. Jen, I'm gonna date myself a little bit here.
Okay.
How I ever found out about you outside of the CrossFit world and everything was First American Gladiators. Yes. When I was in high school and she had pink hair, and look, I'm sitting here interviewing her with pink hair. How cool is that? Damn right.
That
and
is
then
good.
Biggest Loser, right?
Yep.
But we're not here to talk about that. Those are all great, cool things, but I want to talk about your experience as a CrossFit athlete, especially with all the changes this year.
Man, I have so many opinions. So
let's hear them.
The one thing, and I understand businesses have to happen, I miss the regional so much. Being a SoCal athlete, and just so everybody knows, I was at a team level, I was an individual. To see in SoCal the sea of orange for Brick, the sea of green for Invictus, the sea of red for CrossFit Horsepower, which was my team, it was a great way to showcase really good talent, maybe not CrossFit Games talent, but in your local cities, in your local conversation, and it was just fun, and people's parents came, their siblings came. So now seeing it here, it's actually been great to see that international now flux where you get to see more places represented. So even though I'm bummed to see it out of our local level nationally, the international feel, I feel like is kind of bringing that back.
Well, it's funny you say that because I talked to Brent Fikowski and he said that having these people come into the games from other countries who would never have been here before, their first times, kind of gives that fresh perspective and kind of made him a little excited even though it's his fourth year because you see it through the eyes of these people. And then I also think, regionals, it was a tough loss, but now with all these great sanctional events all over the world, we're going to have those opportunities to build that kind of experience.
Well, the other thing too, even like a Wadapalooza, you're in Miami, you get different coffee, the food's different, the music's different,
the accents are different,
you know what I mean?
The climate's different.
It brings our culture. I think it makes it stronger, more in depth. Whether you're going to Dubai, you're going to Miami. And it's been a nice expansion, but growing pains are hard. You know what I mean? I wasn't a fan at first, and now I like it more. So, but isn't that how everything is?
I think I was saying that earlier, but when they announced all these changes with the Open and the sanctionals, I was like, oh, that's weird. I don't like it. That's dumb. And then being here and seeing how it kind of keeps it fresh with the cuts. Yeah, they're a little painful to see, with these athletes you get used to having around, but it also keeps it new and exciting, and you don't really know what's going to happen. So I think it's good for a sport like CrossFit, especially expanding internationally.
Well, but that's why I really agree. And I'm glad that we kept the Open.
Me too.
Because it's nice to see, well, what did Ev do on that workout?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm not going to the games, but I'm still doing the Open.
My mother is 70 and does the Open.
Oh, how cool.
Do you know what I mean? And she's obviously not going against one of the, the daughters. But, she's excited to see where she is and compared to other people from a positive perspective, from an inspirational perspective, versus just I'm going to beat you. It's I did the same thing she did, and that makes me feel good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So do you ever get the itch to go back into the CrossFit competitive?
It just hurts too much.
I appreciate the honesty.
It's because I'm lifting, I'm doing things that are good, but to jump into a CrossFit workout, it's if it's a gymnastics day, your hands are beat up. If it's a leg day, your walking is difficult. Fire. I remember I was laughing at a movie and I was I can't laugh, my abs. So it's one of those things, the itch, I miss the competing.
Yes.
But I don't miss the pain. So it's been fun not to do it, to be honest.
And even though you're not competing, you're still part of the community. You're here at the games,
Oh, my God, completely. And that's the cool thing. I am seeing people that I saw at the games years ago, from a regional to a games level when we were in Carson. I see people from other gyms or other kind of fitness expos that are oh, my God, we were here and I took your class, or I saw you on Loser and then my husband and I opened a gym.
Gladiators.
So that's the connective tissue of what we do in our field, right? Movement is the medicine that really brings us all together. There's a familiarity, there is a commonality, and I think that's what kind of all makes this community a little closer. And CrossFit's been that great template for it.
Well, and what makes it cool that it's going much more international now. You have Madrid, adding a sanctional event. You have Mexico, and then you have all these athletes from all over the world.
I will tell you though, that first workout was painful. I was sitting there front row, and it was hard to watch all of these nations not get out of the rope climb, or not get out of the first barbell, and I was upset about it. And I thought, you know what, was this the way to welcome this expansion? And then I was talking with Julie Fouché, and because I was kind of having an attitude about her. She's like, you know what, Jen, I see what you're saying, but next year they will have those legless rope climbs, and they will have a higher snatch.
Right.
She's like, we set the bar so they know what to chase, and I really respected her answer.
I like that. It kind of changes their training and their focus if they want to come back the next year.
And their understanding of boundary. It's oh, I thought I was going here. It must be here, and I will train there and go to show myself what I can, and show their countries what that they can do.
Jen, thank you so much. Thanks for letting me fangirl over you
You're
a little
welcome.
bit. Thanks for being such a great interview.
You bet.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yay.